All right, and now you know that the Piltdown Man was a fraud, okay? So it wasn't even real history. Now that you've read all three articles, you know exactly the story and everything. You highlight along with your teacher. I hope you did. And let's talk about it, okay? So, first, in 1912, like we said, Mr. Dawson found this evidence of the missing link of the ape man, all right? And then in the 1920s and 1930s, if you see at the top of that page, historians started to ask, well, let's ask our five questions. Who was the Piltdown Man? How come we haven't found any other bones or anything around the same time period? In fact, now we've found human remains earlier than this guy, and they don't look anything like him. All right, so they started asking that question. They said, "What, what are these bones made of?" Right. So then they started using fluorine testing and new dating technology that showed that the remains were actually way younger than Dawson and Woodward had said originally. Then they asked, where did they find these? A gravel pit. And then the bones didn't even match up, right? They started to realize that things had been filed down, like the teeth, and kind of made to fit. And then when, like we talked about, the years didn't add up, and then they started to ask, why would he do this or who did this? Was this Dawson that did this? And then the article talked about some different theories for who might have made these fake bones, essentially. Was it this one guy, Hinton, because he didn't get a raise and he was upset? Or was it Dawson himself because he wanted acceptance into these high scientific societies? Or maybe he was just trying to prove the theory that humans have evolved or transformed from apes, and there just is no proof of that. We haven't found any proof. So this was fake news in real life. It was fake news. In 1950, do you guys see that? 1953, it was publicly announced that the Piltdown Man was a fraud. All right. So I hope you enjoyed reading through that a little bit, found it a little interesting. Maybe you didn't. That's okay too. But this is a great example of when historians, archaeologists, and scientists need to keep an open mind. They need to look at all the different sides of the story, and they need to keep digging deeper and keep testing theories, and not just accept things for what they are. And that's what we're doing in this class all year. So as we're studying ancient civilizations, we really want you to be thinking about what are different ways to look at archaeology, you know the word, evidences or facts, or different stories about people that lived a long time ago. All right. So as you do your reflection of the day, let's read it together here. So you watch now the history of the world, and you've read these three Piltdown Man articles. So go ahead, think about what all these historians researched and everything that they've discovered. What are some similarities that connect all of these academic examples together? Because there are some, all right? What are similar topics that you can pick up on, similar passions they might have? What are they really into? And write one sentence for your answer, okay? Just one sentence. And the fact of the matter is, these people are passionate about the same things, but they're coming to different conclusions. And that happens all the time in history. So we hope that you kind of picked up on that a little bit more today, gave you something different and something new to think about. And we hope you have a great rest of the day, and we will see you tomorrow.